Chrissy Sturt with the young job seekers on the Isle of Wight. So, what hope is there for those searching for jobs in such difficult economic times? A little earlier today, I spoke to Michael Moran, who's a job coach, about how people applying for jobs can stand out in the crowd.
Well, you've certainly got what I call a tsunami of CVs, lots and lots of people chasing very few jobs. On the other hand, employers tell me finding good people is exceptionally difficult. So you do have to stand out from the crowd. And certainly the way you get introduced to an employer is critical. Sending CV after CV with no connection with the firm is wasting your time.
There's also, stories of people, sending out hundreds of applications but getting nowhere. What is the advice there?
Well, remember what Einstein said, to do the same thing expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. So change the way in which you're making job applications. What we know, most people get jobs through the result of a networking introduction. So it's very, very important you find out who is the point of purchase with the power to hire you and find a networking connection, someone who can introduce you. And this method applies whether you want a job at Tesco's. If you know somebody working there who will take your CV in to the HR department, as it well for a senior executive job in the city.
And I suspect that nowadays, of course, the importance of social media sites and using the web is far more important than it was many years ago.
Critical. There's a revolution in the way we recruit people. And with things like Facebook and LinkedIn, you should be able to identify people with whom you've got some level of contact in that organisation. So using the social media is critical to any job search at present.
How important is attitude? Given that, in the workplace, in the marketplace, looking for jobs, people are pretty despondent.
Henry Ford said, whatever you think, you're probably right. So therefore, if you go into the job market or go into an interview thinking, I'll be lucky if I get this job, you're right, you will be lucky if you get the job. Whereas self-confidence and resilience is critical. And that is difficult when you've applied for lots of jobs. But the more you practice, the luckier you get. If you hone your interview technique, you go in, you're well prepared as a candidate, and you have this positive psychology, self-belief, confidence, you'll land that job.
Michael Moran, thank you so much.
My pleasure.